Alright, I've got a little bit of time, so I thought I would just do a quick update on the ASX just for some investment opportunities. So, if you have been watching my videos, I'm still unchanged with my holdings in Bendigo Bank, and pretty flat. I got in at 979, so it was back in late November, so hasn't been too bad. Pays dividend, and banks in Australia have been going not too badly, and they avoided a lot of predicted carnage out of the fact that the banks froze loan repayments for residential home loans and commercial loans back in the start of the pandemic in March till September, and a lot of people have been repaying after the freeze. So everything's looking not too bad. More of a safer defensive play, and I'm also in RAC as well. Race Oncology entry was 283, which would have been back in Feb. So that's been teetering a break of $3. It got down at 296 or so and really try to break through there, but it's holding up for now. This is more of a speculative cancer treatment drug company, and I had the XJO up as well to give us a little bit of context of the situation and what's going on with the markets overall. So let's get up the weekly chart and just see how we close. So we actually closed slightly higher on the week as well, but we went well below 7,000, and we didn't quite get to all-time highs. Close to it though, from back in. That's a red candle. That is holy dooly. It's always a nice reminder to see really what happened. Wow, look how low it got. There's the buying happening. So we're definitely seeing some flat price action, and out of the States last night we had PMIs were a little bit worse than anticipated. Sorry, it was the other way around. We had home sales a little worse than anticipated, and then PMIs were, I guess the PMI data was showing that supply issues are still present, and the demand obviously can't keep up with supply. So we had a couple of things that were, mixed in regards to the inflation narrative and, what the Federal Reserve in the US is going to do. Because obviously, where we seem to follow suit with the US as well. They, some significant selling, we'll see it. Although for us, it wasn't, too bad if you have a look at that daily chart there. So let's bring up a couple of ideas as well. Let's go FMG, iron ore miner. So I day trade FMG as well, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the 22 support area. So we've seen even lower, even a 22 flat. We've seen it being held up there, so I'm going to be interested to see what happens here. Iron ore futures are still over 200 USD a ton. Longer term, you'd really have to say that as countries open up, such as Brazil, China are targeting Africa for iron ore export opportunities as well, you'd have to say that you're probably going to see a cooling off here. We did see it hit an all-time high in May as well. I was holding it, back here in January, and I got out in on around this up candle here. But it's chugging along. We'll just have to wait and see. So a 22 whole number, I'd like to see how it reacts to that as well. We've got PRL, which I've talked about previously, closing out at 17 flat, has found support here before. the market currently is a little cool on growth stock, on newer to the market type, companies and things like that. These guys are in hydrogen energy production. Very early days though. Really, I'd like to see a little more downside because it has shot off, pretty dramatically when it broke out at like 2.5 cents to, close to. It's gone up like 100x, so that's 25 cents. So you got to really say to yourself that's quite a increase in, a few months from the 18th of Feb to the 20th. I mean, that's unbelievable. Actually, that's only 2 months and it's gone up like 100x or 1,000% or so. So that's just unbelievable. Another one as well. So there's a few that I've been monitoring. FEX, 32 cents. Let's bring up 5GG as well. Pentanet, Internet Play. Down at 80 cents now. Opportunities there. This is, purely really more technical plays here that I'm just pointing out. Aussie Broadband as well. I have held Aussie Broadband before and got out the early $2 mark. I think I got in like 210 out of like 204. That's actually looking like it's bouncing a little bit. Obviously bet closed at $1.50. I day trade this a little bit as well. Not so much success. I was holding it when it closed at $1.50 on Tuesday, and it did test. What's the high there? 153, 53.5. So I was in it when I was doing this when it opened up on Wednesday, and then it shot back down. I was stopped out. I was trading FMG as well, but volume's not too bad either. So gonna watch this one again. I'd like to see a little bit more of it. I mean, the pullback was there at the low at 143ish or so, but definitely watching FMG as well. Another one, AR9 as well. Cybersecurity flatlined a little bit, but they're an interesting company. Again, very early days for these guys, so continue to monitor this. Nearly 8 minutes. I think that's going to be it for now. So I mainly am day trading, so I haven't added to any positions. I got into a concept with a friend of mine, so it's very early stages with that. So I've got involved with that. You can get in touch with me for more details about that, but it's not even an IPO. It's actually had its first seeding round. It's in the recycling business and full circular economy. So I'm pretty vague right now because I've signed a non-disclosure agreement. So, but if you are looking to get a little more insight into what that's all about, it's just a small position for now. Just raising the initial 50,000. I can chat about that. Probably what's best is if you just email me at scott.andrews275@gmail.com and I'll get in touch with you and we'll go from there. It's speculative, but it's 4 cents a share. It's not floated on any exchanges right now, but it's an opportunity in something that's environmentally friendly as well. So it's an interesting concept. But that's the video, guys. Again, firmly watching FMG to see how it reacts off 22. More of a day trading idea, but PRL, some more downside there, and bet. 5GG looks pretty promising too, as well as ABB. All right, that's the video, guys. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.